Hello, everybody. We are drafting today, and we are doing a bit of a different sort of thing. This is a challenge draft. So essentially, what I'm doing is I am doing a uh, a draft by which I'm following a particular theme. For today, the theme is going to be Gates Matter. And if I'm doing Gates Matter, there's a couple cards I can use here. Ubelsaw Gatekeepers. I also have two gates, including a foil Orzhov Guildgate, which I think will be my pick here. I don't think I'm going to send any cards over that would indicate that I'm in white-black, really. My trick is to try to avoid colors that I'm going to pass things for. So, like, this might convince someone to play green-blue, so I want to stay away from green and blue, at least at the start. Try to convince someone to go in that direction. But I'm probably going to want to pick up a lot of gates, and I'm probably looking for another couple of other things. Cluestone, I have a Dimir Guildgate. This pack has two Cluestones in it. Showstopper, Woodlock Crawler. Cluestones don't really do anything. There's nothing really in this pack for me. Debt to the Debtless is a very expensive card that doesn't really do anything. Dimir Guildgate's pretty good. I don't really have anything that indicates any strength for gates. That might continue to put somebody on blue-green, because that's a very good card for it. 3 Cluestones in this pack, it's kind of bad. Although I imagine one of those will come back around, which will help with my mana, which will be really bad for this deck. But I think my play here is just Dimir Guildgate. You can also take the Maze creatures, because they give benefits to multicolored creatures, which is pretty strong, but I'm just going to take another Guildgate and see what I get. That's a foil Morgburst. There's a Guildgate. There's an Obzedat's Aid. That's pretty good. I don't think I have anything in this pack again that's particularly gate-specific. If I take the Azorius Guildgate, then I kind of firmly put myself in these 3 colors. Because then I have the blue-black, the white-black, and the blue-white Guildgates. But I know that a lot of the good Gates Matter cards are in other colors, like green and red, so I'm not really sure if I care enough about that. Morgburst is just an amazing spell. I gotta kind of make a pick here. What am I doing? I don't know if I'm going to be aggressive or not. I think, yeah, I'll just take the 3rd gate. I'll close it out, and I'll see if I can kind of stick in these colors. I'm looking for something that kind of indicates that I can do the Gates Matter thing. Bred for the Hunt. Beetleform Mage is pretty strong. We have a couple of Gatekeepers, although neither of them are in great colors for us. Guildgate that could add another color I'm not really interested in. Hopefully this will come back around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a chance that it comes back around, although I'll doubt it. Toil and Trouble. That's a pretty good card as well. We'll take the Gatekeepers here. It's definitely not the best card, but it's pretty good with what we have so far. Another Gatekeepers. This one also in our colors, which is very good. Yeah, I mean, we said we were going to take 3 colors, and then this Ubulsar Gatekeepers comes back. I'm okay with playing it. It's another very good kind of Gates Matter sort of creature. If any of these gates have red in them, I would definitely be interested in picking that up as well. Hopefully I can snatch up another gate at some point. And also some other cards to kind of fill out the curve. But at this point, things are a little slow going. Gain 1 life, you choose your opponent's control. Bluestone, Bronzebeak Moa. None of this stuff is very much gates matter. When Deputy of Quiddos comes into play, I can return another creature to my hand, and these guys all have abilities when they come into play, so he's probably the best thing to go with what I have. And it's in my colors, and so I'm okay with making that pick. Trait Doctoring, Down and Dirty. Maze Sentinel, Wakeful Reflection. Sinister Possession's an interesting card. I don't really like too much of the stuff that's in here, especially where I don't have a lot of multicolored creatures yet. This is particularly good for me. I'll go with Maze Sentinel. That might not be correct, but we'll see. There's the Smeltward Gatekeepers. That's the red one that I was telling you about that I really wanted. We also have the Opal Lake one, who's blue and in our colors, but Smeltward Gatekeepers is just great. Crawl Warrior is also very good, but I don't have a green guild gate at this point. And right now I have, 2 sources of each of these colors so far, so I'm not really leaning any one way or another. Although I do have a decent share of white in here so far. But yeah, I'll take the Smeltward Gatekeepers. There's another Ubulsar Gatekeepers who actually removes a guy when he comes into play, so he's pretty good. Nivik Cyclops is a very strong defender. I don't have a 3-drop, and I definitely really like him. I'm also a big fan of Murmuring Phantasm, especially given that I think this deck's going to be kind of creature heavy more than spell heavy. Yeah, we'll go with Murmuring Phantasms over the second Gatekeepers. That might be incorrect at this point in time, but we'll see. Pilfered Plans is just an incredible spell. So we'll take that here as well, because I don't think I need another Maze Sentinel. And the Abomination's pretty good, but I don't have a lot of multicolored stuff yet, so I'll stay away from the Maze guys. The foil Morgburst came back, and there's nothing else in this pack that's really good for me, and I'm thinking about getting red too, so I'll take that. The Ceruli Gatekeepers came around, I'm fine with that. I need to start worrying about colors I don't have, so I'll take a Simic Cluestone. I don't have any 5s, and Wolf Riders is just fine. Wake the Reflections probably isn't getting played, so I'll just move this over here. Then we'll sort this by converted mana cost. I'm definitely a little heavy in the 4 slot. I'd like to see anything that allows me to use these come into play effects again. Some more guild gates would be nice, especially if I could get some in the colors that I don't already have. I picked up a couple foils here, which are usually pretty good for resale value as well, so... Luminate Primordial. I have a Tin Street Market, Balustrade Spy, Bane Alley Broker. The ability to draw extra cards is really relevant, but so far I'm not really sure if that's the direction I want to go in. Primordial I think is just too expensive. I'm already going to be doing 5 colors. I don't want anything to have more than a single colored thing. Both of them are firmly in the colors I already have established, but Vizkopa Guildmage can just take over a game, so I think it's probably the best choice. And then we'll see what I get past here. A card that I'm really hoping to see is called Crackling Perimeter. It lets you tap gates to do damage to your opponent, so hopefully I see one of those. There's a couple other good cards for this. Way of the Thief, which as long as you control a gate, you have a creature you control is unblockable. So there's a few good cards here for this kind of purpose. Boros Guildgate is great. I really don't like passing Holy Mantle because this card can just win games pretty much by itself. But I really want to pick up a red Guildgate. I don't like passing the Legionnaire or the Warmind Infantry. Admittedly, there's a lot of strong stuff in this pack. These are good Boros cards. That's a good card. That and that are both incredibly good as well. So there's a very good chance my opponent, or at least something decent in this pack, will come back around. But I will take the Guildgate for now. And we'll see. This definitely feels like a draft where I'm going to be trying really hard to kind of make things work. Although a third white Guildgate makes me feel better about the fact that I have, a fair amount of stuff with white symbols. I would like a Guildgate with green in it, but for now it's okay. So we'll take the Boros Guildgate. Ground Assault deals damage to a creature equal to the number of lands I control. Seems very kind of on theme for this. Rapid Hybridization, Guardian of the Gateless, all of this is actually very strong. This is another pack where there's a lot of good cards, and I imagine that something that I want will come back around. I don't really like leaning on green without having a green Guildgate yet. That's a straight removal spell. That's really strong. I don't really want to pass Ground Assault either. It's a very difficult decision. I think Ground Assault, since it's land-based and the gates are all lands, is the most on-theme thing, so I'll pick it even though I don't think it's the right pick. This is all about trying to have fun drafting to a theme in this pack. So far, there's 13 cards left. So we've had 2 picks from the current packs. So that's my third. I still haven't seen what I'm looking for. That would be really helpful for me to pick up, the Simic Guildgate. Is there anything else in this pack that's really good for me? The Crassus would be pretty good as well. Thespian Stage, which just copies a land. That's pretty good as well. There's 2 Slaughterhorns in this pack, so if one of those comes back, I'd be okay with it. But I think just to make sure that I get all my colors in my Guildgates, I'm picking up a Simic one. That's my 5th Guildgate. I'm probably not playing any more than 5. So I probably now want to try to focus in on the cards that are going to be best for me. That Dimir Keyrune would be nice if it could come around as well. Five Alarm Fire, Frenzy Tilling, Midnight Recovery, Shamble Shark. That's really late for Shamble Shark. That's a pretty good card. Five Alarm Fire is quite strong. Frenzy Tilling is not very good. Alpha Authority is pretty good. I really want to try to avoid, like I said, having 2 of the same color and a cost. So is the pick Alpha Authority here? Doesn't seem like a terrible pick. I already gave up Madcap skills, which kind of sucks, but it's green, which I also don't like. I don't think anything else really helps me on curve, so I'm going to take the Alpha Authority. That might not be correct. That's one of the cards I was looking for. Enchanted creatures +2/+2 and unblockable as long as I control a gate. There's Greenside Watcher, which is another card that I would like. Untap target gate, although it's not going to come back around, so having to choose. I think I'm going to choose Way of the Thief because that can just close a game, whereas Greenside Watcher might not do too much. There are 2 packs I haven't seen yet. The 9 card and the 8 card pack. The 9 card pack has Aetherize in it, which is very good. Smite, Sky Games, Corpse Blockade, Burst of Strength. I don't think I want creatures that can't attack. Aetherize is just awesome if you're playing defensively. Sky Games. I like Smite. I think this is really late for a Smite, and it's in my colors, and it's a pretty strong card, so I'll just actually take Smite. I don't have any 1-drops anyway. There's a Gruul Guildgate, that's pretty good. I already have all my colors represented by gates, but getting a second red and green source is pretty good. Especially given that I have a little bit more green than I was expecting to have. I kind of like Agoraphobia too. I have a lot of 2-drops. I wish I had a 3-drop, but there's nothing really in this pack for it. I think I'd rather have another creature though, so I'll take Skinbrand Goblin here. Another creature in the pack. I don't really think it's good enough, late enough yet to take Tin Street Market, although it's actually pretty good in a deck like this. I mentioned that part of my ability to win is going to be based on drawing cards, so I'll take Bane Alley Broker. Wow, most of the Boros stuff came back. That's really strong. It's really good. I definitely have my 1 red source. And if the Boros stuff is still coming around this late, though, I may want another. War Might Infantry strong. Skylight Legionnaire is more evasive. I'll take it. I really hope I don't end up on this plan, but I'll take Razor Tip Whip out of that pack. There's just nothing in it for me. I'll take a Shadow Slice. That'll close the game really quickly. Midnight Recovery, Guildscorn Ward, and then my land. I may want to pick up a Guildgate that better suits what I'm doing now. Red-black would be pretty good if I could get a Rakdos Guildgate, and I could cut one of my Guildgates. Truthfully, not a lot of the good Gates Matter cards coming around. Rakdos Ragemutt is a very good 5-drop. And my 5-drop slot could use something I have more confidence in. Pegasus is good. I'd also wouldn't mind stuff for my 3-drop slot. But I'm definitely a little worried about my creature count. So I'm going to take the Ragemutt. Courser's Accord's not bad either. This also works very well with Maze Sentinel. And this is getting better because I definitely have some more multicolored stuff in here now. Zorius Keyrune, Augur Spree, Splatter Thug is very strong. I don't think I can really say no to Hellhole Flailer. He's just very good. And he fits in the slot that I'm concerned about, so yeah, I'll pick up a Hellhole Flailer here. Growing Ranks, Dramatic Rescue, Selesnya Guildgate, Transguild Promenade. Dramatic Rescue is definitely just the best card in this pack. Could take Paralyzing Grasp, but I want another piece of removal. I'm not sure how many pieces of removal I really have. 1, 2, but that one's really expensive. 3, nothing that's really on color. 4, I'll take a Paralyzing Grasp here. See what else kind of tumbles around the table. That's a fantastic card. That's very, very tempting. Have a lot of multicolored stuff. I would love to see Pyro Convergence. That would encourage me to definitely play my multicode stuff. Lobber Crew is quite good. Again, also kind of in that slot that I'm concerned about. Selesnya Charm is fantastic. So is Common Bond. Giving a little thought to the Skywatch, a little thought to Dagadrome Imp. I'm gonna go with Lobber Crew. Psychic Spiral, Sluice Way Scorpion, Tristani's Judgment, Karaz the Guildmage. Guildmages just can just dominate, and it actually matches a color with one of my other ones, so that means I can actually put a little bit of focus on them. Yeah, I kind of like Karaz the Guildmage here. Still not seeing a lot of the stuff that I want to see. Courser's Accord is really good. Probably the best card in this pack from my perspective. There's only one pack left for me to see new stuff, so I'm hoping that I find one of the big cards I want to hit really bad in this pack. I actually really wanted that Guildgate. There's nothing else that's really good in this pack either, so I think I'm going to take the Izzet Guildgate. Might have encouraged me one way. I didn't get the blue Gatekeeper, but I have all the other stuff. The Staticaster's pretty strong, so is Runewing. Evasion's going to be kind of important to me. So let's take Runewing here. Maze Sentinel actually seems quite good now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures it triggers. Hey man, work is good. There's nothing in this pack that's good for me. I'll just take Rest in Peace because it's the rare. Cobble Brute, Dispel, Avenging Arrow. Kind of like the Key Rune, just more mana fixing. Seems really good for this. Since I'm not exactly sure what I'm playing and how I'm playing it. Yes, I will actually get to keep these cards. Wow, I'm actually quite astounded that Dramatic Rescue came back. I will take that. That is a very premier spell. So my deck is kind of uniquely 5-color good stuff. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine. I probably want to play at least 4 Guild Gates. Common Bond is better than Dynacharge. I have 17 creatures, which means I'm probably playing most of them. I have no idea if I'm coming back. The intention is for me to come back, but I do not know if I actually will be coming back. Okay, so this deck, things I know I'm not playing. Let's just take them out right now. Skinbrain Goblin, Alpha 30. I don't think I'm gonna play Alpha 30. Dramatic Rescue. Let's just trim this down as much as possible. I'm just going to take this Cluestone and this Key Rune and put them over here. Paralyzing Grasp, Lobber Crew. I'm not even super confident on Lobber Crew, but I really don't want to cut any creatures. Midnight Recovery is probably out. I mean, I'm kind of on 17 creatures now, which is probably correct. It won't let you sort by card type, which is kind of annoying. So let's change this up a little bit. Let's raise this. It's only at 10 minutes to figure this out. And let's take my non-creature spells and move them over here. I apologize for any clicking you hear right now. Don't really have a huge amount of control over it. Actually, I don't want to do that because it'll sort my multicolored stuff separately. Shadow Slice, Morgue Burst, Courser's Accord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am missing one. White Thief. Okay, now looking at my creatures, what colors are prominent? White's pretty prominent. And by pretty prominent, I mean white is the most prominent. I'm not sure if I really want to play too many walls. I feel like my deck's kind of aggressive enough to avoid playing them. Take out Murmuring Phantasm, take out Lobber Crew. The Lobber Crew's a pretty good clock with all the multicolored stuff, yeah, so he'll go back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 multicolored spells being played for sure, and that's not even counting what's over here. I definitely have to trim some stuff. If I'm leaving the key runes in, I'm only going to play 5 guild gates, so I have to figure out what guild gates are definitely the most valuable to me. But right now this says I have 16 and 12. That's 28 cards. I got to get down to 23. I like Ground Assault. It's also on theme, so I'm going to keep it. I like Pilfered Plans. One of these two has got to be cut because it's kind of heavy. These all have come into play effects. He sacrifices, that's incredibly good. That's good. Like, I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of creatures that get benefits off Morgue Burst, bringing them back. So, I don't think I'd cut Morgue Burst because all the Gatekeepers have come into play abilities. I can pitch the Skinbrand Goblin for Blood Rush, Deputy of Acquittals, Hellhole Flailer. I feel like Morgue Burst is probably better than Courser's Accord. I don't have a lot of green in this deck, and the less that I'm focusing on green, the more I can focus on my other colors, which seems much better. Because if I cut Courser's Accord and Common Bond, I will have 3 cards with green in the mana cost. Let's move you back. Let's move you back. I think Pilfered Plans is pretty strong because I want to be able to kind of draw things. Dramatic Rescue is really good. I don't want to cut Ground Assault. Let's look at my converted mana cost here. Take my Clue Stones out. I kind of like the idea of playing the Simic Clue Stone if I'm focusing less on green, because then I don't have to devote anything other than the Clue Stone, the Guild Gate, and maybe a singular forest to it. I like the Key Rune turning into a body. I don't really have any cuts on the 4 slots. There's nothing I really do about that. Pilfered Plans is really good. Maybe Paralyzing Grasp. How much other removal do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably have enough removal. I can probably Paralyzing Grasp. That puts me in a pretty good spot all in all. Is it safe to go down to 15 creatures? Because if it is, I'd just cut Armored Wolf Rider, I think. I mean, he's really powerful, but he doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, I definitely don't mind that. I still have to cut one other spell. I could cut Ground Assault. That doesn't seem very good. Oh wait, I'm going to cut the Azorius Keyring. I already said I was going to do that. That puts me at 24, so I only have one cut left to make. Is it Armored Wolf Rider? I mean, Maze Sentinel makes him kind of insane. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 creatures to take advantage of Maze Sentinel. 7, really. Because, I mean, Bane Alley Broker's not attacking. I think the cut's between Wolf Rider and Lobber Crew, and I kind of like Wolf Rider more. Although cheaper multicolored stuff also goes well with Lobber Crew. Yeah, I'll cut Armored Wolf Rider. Okay, now what does the game say I should add for basic land? It's saying white and black are even, and then red and blue, and then green kind of last. Okay, so if we're doing that, let's actually move these over to make this easier. That's 1 white source, 2 white sources, 1 red source, 3 white sources, 1 red source, that's a blue source, and then those are probably the 5 guild gates I want to play. I've got 1, 2, 3 green cards. I'm not really comfortable doing that with just a Clue Stone. But I really don't want to have all my lands come into play tapped. I'm going to cut the Simic Guild Gate. I'll leave the Simic Clue Stone in. And then all of my cheap stuff is like white, blue, black for the most part, so that's probably where I want to put my focus for lands. As of right now, I have 1, 2, 3 white sources, 1, 2 black sources, 3 blue sources, and 2 red sources. I want those 4 colors to all kind of be even. So I have 1 less red and 1 less black source than my blue and my white. Same number of white, blue, black, red. And then 2 green sources. That seems okay. That gives me 3 green sources total for 1, 2, 3 green cards. That's not what I would really call optimal. I think it's fine. Yeah, alright. This is just a Swiss for fun, so what's the worst that could happen? I go 0-3, you guys get your enjoyment out of it. Anyway, I'll be right back with the first round.